issues with this company.
But then right after I contacted them, they rectified the problem immediately.
So how long is that, what's the end date on that contract?
I'm not sure if you remember, I think I sent everything to Terry on that.
Yeah, or top of my head.
I can't remember the end date on it.
All right, will the police committee want to make a recommendation? Oh, yeah. Did we get any credit for the time it did work?
The contract's
Not
ended.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kenny, how old is the recorder? You know,
The system we have, we were in contract with them. I don't remember exactly when we got this contract. This was before I came to you. We was already in this contract. So I'm not exactly sure when it was written.
but the machine itself, I was asking about.
Actually, stuff's all done online, all internet based.
Okay.
That's the reason for the fees, the yearly fee.
We're non-functional at this point.
I'm sorry.
We're non-functional at this point.
Right now, we have nothing. And it's very important we have those lines recorded for obvious reasons.
I agree.
Okay.
How long will it take them to rectify that problem once you pay them that money immediately?
You should, once they get the check, they'll turn it back on.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Motion, got a second?
Where are we gonna get it?
Yeah, I don't know where the money's coming from, that's.
If you've got a contract that, needs to be a budgeted item, even though you're having trouble with wanting to get out of it, it should be coming out of your budget.
Yeah.
It's not really a capital improvement because we've already got it.
It's not capital improvement because there's no capital
Yeah.
there.
For this period of time, till we can work on it, let's take it out of the police budget. And I'll work with you, and when Steve gets back, we'll do something to handle this problem, okay? Is that okay, Terry? Can we do?
Yeah, you can always take it out of the police budget. That's probably
Yeah,
works.
speak of mine, you want to try to take this out of it right now, or you just?
I'll work with you and Tanya, we'll get that worked out. We understand that we're taking something that you weren't planning on, but.
Yeah, we thought we'd be out of contract by now, and this last year, we wouldn't have to even worry about this right now, but it didn't work out that way.
That was that second, isn't it?
So, all right, so we got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Also, more good news. Starting October 1st of 2022, the prisoner board will go from, for boarding prisoners, go from $20 a day to $40 a day. It starts October 1st. Something we don't have any control over at all. It's been a number of years since we've seen an increase. I can only imagine how much it costs to house somebody just for one day, and we were getting by pretty cheap on $20 a day. So starting October 1st, we'll start seeing that number go up. Also, last but not least, last week, my assistant chief Stewart and myself got to attend with the Kent school system, how they do their active shooter drills. I was very impressed with the amount of preparation they've taken and the amount of effort that was put in by the teachers when we had these drills. They take it very seriously, and they've taken a lot of time to try to prevent something, or at least cut down the number of injuries if something like that should happen. But again, it was very informative on our part. We got to see exactly what they've been taught and what precautions they're taking. So it's very helpful for us. Other than that, that's all I have. Unless anybody has any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Street.
You need a closed meeting, no? Kenny, you need a closed meeting?
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
Mayor, council members, don't have a whole lot. The street department,
we finished pouring the sidewalk on Washington Street from Farrar Street down to Frisco. Tomorrow we're gonna try to get a crosswalk put in, some signs marked that we put up for the pedestrian crosswalk there. Right now, we're working on sidewalk on South Jackson Street down by Beaton. Knuckles Contractors are on Michael Street. They're gonna be doing the intersection of Elm and the intersection of Locust. I talked to them today, and they're hoping to be able to pour some of it Friday. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, they'll be able to get all it finished up down there. We got our wood chipper in last week, but haven't been able to use it yet. We don't have a truck pull it. Doesn't have a ball on it, it's got a pintle hitch on it, so we're gonna have to, the truck that we could put a pintle hitch on is the one that we actually have set up right now to pull the excavator around and mow the ditch. So we're gonna try to get a receiver hitch sometime this week, get it put on there so we can start using that wood chipper and start getting some trimming done. Talked to the people at the tag truck today. Our Kenworth is done. We just called Brenda today, and we're going through like 6 or 7 different people trying to figure out how to get it paid for and who's responsible for what and so forth. They said they won't release it until they get someone guaranteeing payment. So I guess right now it's in the insurance company's ballpark. He said he was going to try to get a hold of them. I tried to call the lady I had been talking to and didn't get her this afternoon. So we'll try to get a hold of someone tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get that picked up sometime this week. That's all we got for the street department. We do need to close the meeting for the street department. Unless y'all have any questions, that's all we got for the street.
All right, well, storm it.
Go ahead, explain the picture.
The picture y'all got is what we're getting ready to line. That starts pretty much where we left off with the lining of the 24-inch line that we had cleaned out. The Knuckle Contractors did the intersection right there, and actually there's a piece that goes from the intersection over to where that starts down there. It's in a guy's yard, but we're going to start there. We have to later, we can always do from his yard back the other way, but it seems to be pretty good shape, and it's opened up right now. The line shows you, y'all can see there that it goes under structures and through yards and kind of goes across country there. We've got some utilities that belong to City Light and Water that are in the intersection of Walnut and Beaton, and we've got some in the intersection of Everett on the other side, or not in the intersection, but on Everett. They're between a couple houses. I've tried to mark them with a highlighter. I don't know if y'all see them or not. We got a hold of City Light and Water about moving them, and it came down to who was there first, the storm drain or the water line. So, and it's going to be a pretty expensive project for them to move them. So we got with them, and we made a plan that if they take them out and move them, we're going to put the dirt and concrete back. So we're going to do a 50-50 split on it, so we can get that done. Because otherwise, we won't be able to line through the pipe because they're about middle ways, and we would have to put storm drain in, and we've already got several drains in that intersection. We don't really need any more, so we're just gonna take that utility clean out of the equation. That way later in the future, we don't have to worry about it anyway. Even if we put a box in there, it's still in there, so in the future, it could be a problem, so we're just gonna eliminate it.
I contacted Mr. Chittister. He was at the Naval Reserve training or whatever, and we agreed to let Keith and that fella work it out, and they did a really good job of taking care of the problems, and we're continuing forward with it.
Just real quick, I keep mentioning WPA line. I don't know if any of y'all even know what it is. Councilman Carter probably does, because we have looked in a few of them. The WPA was started in 1935. It started off as a Works Progress Administration to put people to work when there weren't a lot of jobs out there. In 1939, they changed it to the Works Projects Administration. And that's what it was until it ended sometime in the 40s. I think it had on here, I don't remember when it was, 44. I think maybe when it ended. But okay, it was formed in 1935 and dissolved in 1943. It employed 8.5 million people from 1935 to 1943, and the peak was in November of '38. They employed 3.3 million people in the U.S. So it was quite an undertaking. But we're hoping to, so they've been there a while, and they are deteriorating. Mr. Carter's seen a few of them that's pretty bad.
Point, without going into great detail, as you camera storm drains, we need to compile records where we have utilities in them.
We are. Yeah, we're making notes of that, and
We really need that.
yeah, we are making notes of it, and when we run the camera, we video it, we give it to Erica, she puts it on the computer, we put the date and everything on there, where they are, and GPS everything. So we're keeping a good record of it. We also get in touch with Vermont Water and let them know that we have found a utility and find out what it is. Some of them, we don't know if they're sewer or water or what, so we have them identify it, so we'll know what to put on there, future reference. The GIS thing is great. I wish somebody would have did it 50 years ago. My job would be a lot easier right now. But it is
50 years from now,
a
something's
good
going
thing.
I said 50 years from now, something's going to.
Yeah, 50 years from now, someone will be happy. It'll be a whole lot better to get on that computer than to go out and pop that lid and lay down in it.
Yeah.
That's all we got, y'all. Have anything?
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Industrial, think we have anything for right now? Senior citizens.
Share with them about the text, email, whatever. It's interesting to me. You want me to just give a summary of it real quick?
Yes.
They're back to doing weekly, and with the food from the Senior Citizen Center, and they are getting